New details about a mother charged with locking her teenage daughter away with little food and no bathroom for over a year.
And tonight, the Clark County School District confirms that suspect is their employee. Addie Gonzalez is facing child abuse and false imprisonment and child abuse charges alongside the teen's grandmother and a man who lived with him at their North Las Vegas home.
Fox 5's Drew Andre is in their neighborhood tonight with more on the mother's career to work with children. That is chilling, Drew.
Well, it really is, Jacqueline. Now that now 18-year-old girl, police say, was locked in a room day and night. Now, a neighbor saw her trying to climb out of a window, and that's when they called police. Police ended up arresting 3 people, including her mother that works at CCSD. An arrest report paints a disturbing picture of what took place in this North Las Vegas home. Police say a teenage girl was locked in a second-story room and asked a neighbor for food and water, claimed her parents had locked her in her bedroom and did not feed her or let her use the bathroom. Her mother, Addie Gonzalez, is now on unpaid leave from the Clark County School District. The district confirmed Gonzalez was a family learning advocate, which is a position at low-income schools that works to increase family engagement through programs and activities related to the needs of students and families. She's been with the district since 2005. Along with Gonzalez, the teen's grandmother and another man were arrested too. According to North Las Vegas police, a records check of the family showed Child Protective Services had 8 previous reports. There were allegations of abuse and neglect, but upon CPS investigation, there was not enough cooperation or evidence to pursue. We reached out for an explanation and if any caseworkers would face disciplinary action. The county says this is a tragic event and can't comment on specifics because of confidentiality and ongoing investigations, but we are ensuring that moving forward, all the support that is needed is available and will be provided. And the 3 suspects are out of custody tonight. Their first court appearance was earlier this week, but it was continued while a criminal complaint was filed. Jacqueline?
And all 3 defendants are expected to be arraigned in court, Las Vegas court, in Monday morning.